Hello, good evening, welcome. Longman Tarot here, Richie. Hi, how are you? Good to see you here. Well, good to be with you here. Sybil, the cat, is also here. She's come to join in, and Basil is going to probably be making an appearance as well. So it's lovely to spend some time with you. Thank you. Tonight I am showing off a couple of bits that I have bought myself for Christmas. We'll talk about why I did that and the politics behind that, if you like. But I'm interested to see so many people have already said that they are kind of going to be buying themselves some Christmas stuff. So please put into chat or comments if you have gifted yourself something this Christmas. There's so many lovely people here. Let's say hello to a few of you. So, oh, Sandra, you're here, my lovely. First one in. Hello. My chance to say happy Christmas to everyone because I think this is going to be my last Longman Tarot before Christmas. I'll explain why as well. So, but lovely to see you here. Oh, excited to see what I treated myself to. Yeah, like I needed an excuse, Sandra. Excuse me. Donna, hello to you. Welcome. Good to see you here. I've got a bit of a sore throat developing, so I do apologise if I'm a bit quiet or sounds a bit funny. Donna says hello to everyone. And Redwing is here. Hello, Redwing. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Donna, today I finally allowed myself to look at my Christmas presents to myself because tomorrow I'm going away for the holidays and don't want to take them with me. Donna, there's so much we want to know about. So first we want to know what you gifted yourself. And also, where are you going? Where are you going? Maruta, hello to you, my lovely. Good to see you here. I hope you are well. Hello to you. Good to see you here. Can I say early Merry Christmas to everyone as well? And Gerald is here. Hello, my friend. Good to see you. And I will be with Gerald and Betsy over on Gerald's channel on Monday because it's our long stash Yule tarot card reading or oracle readings, I should say, with a Yule winter solstice theme. So please like, subscribe, and look out for notifications. We'll be simulcasting between us, so you can stay on this channel or go and find Gerald's channel. We'll all be on there. So that's next Monday. Who else is here? Everyone's saying hello to everyone. Lady Silver 1111, good to see you. First time I've seen you here, I think. You're very welcome. Lovely to be with you here. And Hershey, hello, my lovely. Sending blessings and positive vibes. Oh, Sybil, you got your first mention there. She's a bit cross because I had to turf her off the chair to come and do the readings there. Michelle, hello. Hope your day is going great. It's going really great. I have to be honest. I broke up for the Christmas holidays today, so I am now officially off work. Fantastic. So I'm planning to get lots of reading in, lots of walking, lots of fresh air, try and stay calm during this mad season. But a few things planned. So well, who else do we have here? Lovely to see you here. Oh, there you go. More hi Sybil's there. And I have gifted myself. I like that one there. Happy Yule to you. Absolutely. It's such a lovely time. I so love Yule season. It's just wonderful. And I know I've done a few lives on it, and we'll be talking on Long Stash about it as well. So, but yeah, love to know what you're up to for Yule. Michelle says, I gifted myself a large citrine crystal heart. Citrine is my late mum's birthstone. Oh, how lovely. I bet that's fabulous. And what a lovely, lovely way to keep her close. That's fantastic. Oh, it's end of term, just voice going, lots of germs, lots of bugs, heating on. I'll be fine. I'll be absolutely fine. I just need to rest my voice. Hershey says, happy Yuletide to everyone there. Kristen Louise, hello to you. I hope you're feeling better now after your trip to Italy, wasn't it? And you weren't well, but I hope you had a wonderful time whilst you were there. Maruta says, I don't usually have anyone else gifting me, so I buy myself presents. Absolutely. Cards and crystals, of course. I think that's what it's about. Now, Peter and my family are normally really good at getting stuff that I want. But occasionally you see something, you think, I just want to get that for myself. I don't want to have other bits and pieces. You know, that is something special for me, and it's kind of there we go. That's mine. Oh, there's Basil. Hello, Basil. He's attacking the chocolate, so let's hope he's got his little tree up here, so he might be jumping up here. Don't worry, he's not going to jump on the camera if you see him there. So there we go. Oh, there he is. Hello, you stay up there. Donna has gifted herself the glorious tarot. Oh, Arthurian. Oh, that is beautiful. I've seen a few walkthroughs of that. I love it. However, I'm going to do what quite a few people are thinking, and that's to hang on if it's published with English titles and hang on to them. But it's on my list. It's an absolute stunning deck here. And just, I'd love to have it. And I've still got to do my Arthurian Tarot myself. I've got a box of it and I haven't opened it yet. So I'm going to be working on that one next year. That's my plan. Donna says, I'm going to the Netherlands to spend Christmas with my husband's family. I hope you have a wonderful time. I hope the weather's wonderful for you as well, because it can be a bit iffy this time of year, but hopefully we'll have some good weather. My friend's got me a Colette Baron Reid Oracle deck and the Golden Girl sweatshirt. What wonderful gifts. Absolutely. That's fantastic. Kathy says, I've never done this, but I've treated myself this year to the Spacious Tarot and an Evil Eye Pendant. Kathy, you know, that's amazing. I love the Spacious Tarot. I'm sure you are going to love it. It's something special. When I think you gift yourself something, you know that it's something that you really want. You're going to treasure it when you choose to open it, when you choose to work with it. It's something a bit special about it. A few years ago, I bought myself the Dark Mansion, and I actually opened that up on New Year's Eve. And again, it's something special. It's one of those decks that I use because I did that. I decided I wanted it. So I did also get some crochet chenille sea creatures. Wow, that's wonderful. I'd love to see some pictures of those. You'll have to send me some. I hope I haven't missed anyone's comments. Let's catch up. Yeah, take us with you. Absolutely. Netherlands sounds like a dream. Kristen says, I treated myself to the Noisy Museum Tarot, Craft Decadence Oracle, and a set of runes. Lovely. Brilliant. Oh, good. You're well. The trip was amazing. I'm so pleased. The photos look stunning. Absolutely stunning there. Donna says, happy Yuletide to everyone there. That sounds adorable. Oh, Basil, there you go. You got some love. He's watching Sandra from off the corner there. Both cats surrounding us. Hello, Ren. Good to see you here. I'm just reading. Lady Silver, Basil, please stay away from the tree. They have. They've been amazing. The first year we had the tree, we came home one day and one night, and there was a pair of cat's eyes staring at us from the middle of the tree. He climbed up it. I was just sat in there, not quite sure what to do. But since then, we've kind of done a bit of training around them and putting them off from playing, and they have literally stayed away from it. So I was just watching some compilations before I came on with Peter on, I think, Instagram or TikTok of people's cats climbing trees, pulling the whole thing down. Fingers crossed we haven't got that far yet. So there we go. Kristen says, I was that deck. I was that deck. I love that deck so much. I want the French version. Yes. Yeah, I want it. And Michelle says, I keep hinting to someone that sends me gifts to check out my Amazon list. Amazon list, yes, I've got one of those on. I had to keep going back and checking on it. Yeah, but there's some nice things. I think I've got the Bone Fire on that one there. So Donna says, since I'm living in France, I need to become fluent eventually. And well, absolutely. What better way to start learning it? And Donna says, nice, Kathy. Sandra says, I've treated myself to a couple of indie decks, but are saving them for Christmas. Well, I would have done this, but I'll explain in a minute when I show them. I've got 2 decks to show, but I'll explain why I've unboxed them, and I'm doing this tonight. So there we go. And Maruta is speaking French to Donna, may we? And Kristen says, very true, John, that just reminded me. I've not done my Duolingo French in a few days. You need to get on that. And Robin's here. Hello, Robin. You've got the Pipsqueak Tarot, and you won't hear a pipsqueak out of me because I love it. That's wonderful. Again, something that we all treasure, something that we all keep close, and yeah, wonderful presents. Yeah, fantastic. Oh, fly buzzing around here. I've just noticed. Oh, if it pops up, do excuse me if you see a fly. I don't know where that's come from. It's like to be rainy, if that helps. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the problem. It will just be rainy, won't it? Might get a bit of snow. Who knows? And Christmas, I think my husband bought me the Ritual Tarot for you. How lovely. And Ren says, I'm going to have to get the Elemental Power. We've all had such lovely tastes. How wonderful. Will you give us a hint which ones, or are you saving it for your channel? Donna asks you, Sandra. I have to find out there. Some have a Christmas cricket. I've got a holiday flight. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, it's lovely to see so many people here. Do let us know what your excuse me. Do let me know what your plans are for Christmas for Yule, the solstice. I am hoping, because it's the solstice in a week's time, I am hoping to go to Avebury this year for the sunrise, weather dependent. So that's why I'm not doing a live next Friday, but I am going to try, if I can get internet access, because Avebury is out in the middle of nowhere, to try and do a bit of a live stream from Avebury, if I'm able to, if I go. There's a lot of ifs in that statement, but that's the plan. That's the plan there. Ren says, the Shadow Reader. Thank you for saying so. I feel even better about getting it now. And so I'm just going to save it and show off after Christmas on my channel with all the other lovely things I suspect you'll be getting. And have we all set our solstice or Yule altars up and done a lot? I've done mine in the other room. I've kept it very simple this year. It's got lots of stags for some reason around, and lots of spray, lots of nice sprays and incense. So, okay, let's get on. I'm just going to have a quick swig of tea. Check in with the cats. You okay? Yeah, good. Right. So the first deck that I bought myself, and it had an issue. We had a bit of an issue with this one. Because where I live in the UK, for some reason, the postal service is incredibly slow. I don't know why. Because it now costs a small fortune to post something in the UK. But the service has been incredibly slow and has been held up. So it's taken about 10 days to get something that was ordered and should have been a couple of days to arrive. But anyway, it has arrived there. So I'm going to flip cameras over so you can have a look. And this one caught me by surprise. It is the Druid Wisdom Little Tarot deck. Oh, sorry, little, not tarot deck, it's a little oracle deck. Musings and Inspirations from Druidic Landscapes by Andres Engacha. I'm going to suggest that's what the name is there. It's one of those little boxes. It's by Rockpool. So if you know any of the other Rockpool decks, it's exactly the same size there. And it says, walk the Druid path through Scotland, England, and Wales. Druid Wisdom, a 40-card inspiration deck to awaken the nomadic wanderer inside and encourage you to explore ancient memories, forgotten spells, and whispers of magic rooted in the land of folklore legends. This was about £10 UK money, and it comes in the usual box. Lovely, actually, bit of gilding on there. And I just saw this, and I can't remember where I saw it. It popped up on perhaps on a feed. You know what Facebook's like nowadays. It listens in and it shows you where to get stuff. And so I thought, let's just get that one there. So there's a how to use the cards, the luscious green and the deepest blue, memories of ancient magic true. Turn the card and read your sign. The message finds you in love and kind. Your intuition is a powerful force. Listen as it guides you down life's flowing course. Close your eyes, clear your mind, draw a card, and heed your chosen sign. So, 40 cards. They are all lovely landscapes. The camera is very glossy, so the camera's probably not going to do them justice. They're a little bit muted, the colours on here, but I'm just going to show you, as I said, they're all Scottish Irish, Welsh, and English landscapes, sacred sites from all round. That's a beautiful card there. I'll try and get the blue on there. As you can see, they're very long and thin. And then on the back of them, each one has a symbol and obviously something to read, something to look at there, and some advice. So there's a lot of Avery stones, castles with a tower there. Have a look in a minute. It doesn't tell you exactly where all these places are, which is quite nice actually. That's just a tiny moon there. It's a bit like the Spacious Tower. Some of them are portraits, some of them are landscape. I'm just going to flick through them all. That's the town of Glastonbury from the tour there. And that is from the tour looking up the tower to the sky above, and there's a bird flying through. I pulled that one the other day. So there's lots of nice kind of forests, heathland. There's a house, the Giant's Causeway. It's really tranquil, just really peaceful. That's actually, I thought it was snow then, but it's actually a close up of a stone. Don't know if anyone's got this deck. Just really sweet. And I've really got into using these smaller decks just to do a daily draw or something like that. Stonehenge. Oh, really nice. And then on the back, they've got a saying. Some look a bit the same. Some of the pictures are sharp. They just look a bit, some of the colours look a little bit faded, but I think it's been taken without lots of enhancement there. A statue there and a bridge. So that's what the pictures look like on the front. And then on the back, you get these. So you get, each one's got a different design on there. Obviously the title. And what I really like about this is it's got a few lines. So this is runes of power with candles and flames in sacred fire. I'm making wisdom your name. And then underneath it, it has some advice or guidance for the day. So this is carry opal or amber for inspiration and shamanic journeying. So I'm just going to show you some of them. I'm not going to read every single one out. So that's the winding trail. That's the picture that went with that one. So the picture does obviously go with the title. Hawthorn and heathers, rowan and rose, Scotland's unique mysteries and magic are waiting for you. The purple thistle flower is the national symbol of Scotland. Wear a thistle necklace for charm, for devotion, resilience, protection, and strength. So what I really like about this deck is it's not there to, as an oracle deck or a tarot deck to do any real divination with it. It's more of a kind of guidance for the day. And I think it could be used really in a very interesting way there with perhaps other cards, other systems there. So Cernunnos. So for Cernunnos, we've just got some woodland there with looks like a lake in the background there. Cernunnos lead the way. Rejoice and run to where the old gods dwell. To the edge of Wales. To the edges of Wales. If it makes you happy and well, so carry green garnet for prosperity and gratitude and make an offering to the green man. So you can see those are all the different designs there. Really nice ones actually. They make some smashing, dare I say, smashing tattoo designs. Each one of them is different. The Midnight Sky, that was the one with the moon on it. I'm just going to read that one to you. Whenever the darkness seems Whenever the darkness seems too hard to bear, call on St. Bridget to hold you in stillness and care. Carry Chrysocolla for wisdom and deep compassion. So it's just very nice. I just like the size of these ones. Glastonbury tour, there it was. Just really nice to carry around, perhaps for some inspiration, perhaps to do some journaling. Something along those lines there. That's a really cool symbol, the hermit's home. A house is but a simple building. A home, however, the warmest kind of feeling. King's Landing. That's one with the footprint in the stone there. Yeah, Welsh waters. The man in heather. Pagan wisdom. Druid circles, the well of memories. How much Stonehenge? That was a Stonehenge picture. There is power in forgiveness and silent intent. You will always receive joyfully what you truly respect. Carry it away with you, natural mirroring quartz for trust, healing, and deep understanding. So there we go. I'm just going to show you the designs on the other ones. Oh, that was Avalon apples, of course. Avalon, Glastonbury, the Isle of Avalon means the island apples, and there's a lot of apple trees around Glastonbury. And Somerset, that's where a lot of apple cider is made as well. So yeah. Yeah, it is like the Forest Fae. Yeah, absolutely. There's several decks like that. The statue was Mother of Tears. Sometimes the best of life opens only once we've let ourselves shed countless tears. So let go, breathe, slowly but surely. Black tourmaline. And I think I could probably see these taking them on a walk, perhaps pulling some cards while we're going for a walk, or perhaps doing a meditation outside, something like that one then. So I just wanted to share that one with you. It's a little extra stocking filler, I suppose you might want to call that one. That's the Druid Wisdom there. So I'll pop myself back up there. I'm going to catch up with what people are saying there. I don't know if anyone else has got the deck there. So yeah, Robin says, I love the format. Those little rock pool deck. They're really lovely just to have in a bag or put them in a pocket or something, aren't they? Kristen says, I have a wish list. He needs to look at it, pick out what he wants. I'm just trying to make sure I haven't missed anyone. I'm going to go back. Oh, there we go. The altars, yeah. Okay. I'm just going, yeah. There you go. Sandra says the Yule altar is done. Fantastic. Robin, I always intend to, but can never wait. And then if it's unusual and others have the chance to order theirs before Christmas, yeah. So that was the joy of ordering your own presents there. I was lucky enough to use it, and it was a great deck. I'm sorry, Hershey, I don't know how far back you've gone there to be able to copy that one in. So there we go. Kristen, that's a nice looking deck. And Ren says, I love decks like that. And of course, the elements. Looks tempting. Okay. Yeah, Donna said, got a couple of, I think you mean the rock pool decks. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, they are lovely pictures, aren't they? What's nice about the pictures, like I said, they aren't too overproduced or too computerized. It feels like somebody's gone out with their phone and actually captured the images that way. And then, yeah, they haven't been altered too much. You know, sometimes the colors can get really overblown. Yeah, I need to add this to my wish list, and there are, sorry, start again, actually. I need to add this to my wish list, and they're all different backing. Yeah, great gift. Thank you. Just a little something, And Sandra says, I might need to get this one. I have a couple of those small rock pools. I hadn't seen the Druid Wisdom around, actually. So it's interesting, it popped up on my feed. Yeah, they are beautiful. And Red Wing's got the Forest Fae. Yeah, I have that one too. It's lovely. Again, it's nice to take out or to do a draw on a daily for a focus. And I like the fact that there's just, a couple of words, a few lines. It's not going to take you a long time to read it. You've actually got more time to meditate or to think about the pictures as well. And I like that. I think it's really, really interesting to work with them. Do you know what? It reminded me very much of my Norman deck. Yeah, I can see that working quite nicely there. Yeah, it's the same kind of style, and the photos remind me of it. Yeah. Robin says, I only have the Forest Fae, and I love the illustrations, but I'm not big on oracles. I never was big on oracles, and still I don't have a massive collection of them. But I tend to have one or two. The Wendy Andrews decks I absolutely love and use those on a very regular basis. It would fit well in with Lenormand. Yeah, you're right. Hershey's got the Forest Fae, and making magic, they are going to pair nicely, really are. And I wish they would do more oracles like Forest Fae Donna with uniform backings and varied font images. Yes, yeah, there would be. I wouldn't be surprised if there were more coming out because they are very, very popular, and there's a lot of mileage in that one there, wouldn't it? Yeah, Robin agrees, and seems fitting for the solstice and Odin to me. Yeah, yeah. Sandra says I've got Forest Fate, Springwood, and the Avalon one. Oh, what about the Avalon one? Yeah, they would all go nicely with them. Yes, they all fit really, really well, and I think that's the key to these, isn't it? You can just build up a bigger and bigger collection of them. Yes, this one made me think of you. Oh, that's lovely when that happens. And I agree, Spirit. I'm just saying that too. Yeah. Some of those symbols look Latvian, do they? I did wonder where they came from. I do think they are correct. I don't think people have just made them up, whoever designed them. They feel like they've been researched. But again, I love things like sigils and symbols like that. So I'm interested to work with those ones. And just like if you think about it, the four parts of the card, you've got the symbol, you've got the main title, you've got then the kind of passage, the sentence about thought, and then what to do or what to focus on, what crystal to carry. They're all talking about crystal. Good excuse to increase the crystal collection there. So if you like, there's four parts to each card, and it'd be nice to think about that one. I could see me working with the symbol there, writing it down somewhere. Perhaps I know people that used to draw the symbols on their hands. I'm not going to do that myself, but you could do something like that, couldn't you? It's nice focus. And also I use the Druid Animal. Let me get it right. The Oracle deck, the Druid Animal. Do you know the one I mean? The Druid Animal deck. Is that right? The Philip Cargon one. Again, that would work quite well with that one. Ren says, I love the Forest Fate. And Sandra said, like the Forest Fate one. Yeah, remember. All rocks rocking around the Christmas tree here. Robin, I love your tongue twisters, but on a Friday evening, sometimes I can't quite get my mouth around them. So apologies if I can't manage it there. Ren says, I'm probably fussy, but I don't like it too much when the cards have a bunch of information on the backs. It's interesting, isn't it? Sometimes you can have some Oracle decks, right? If they've just got a word or a phrase on the front of them, I sometimes want a little bit more. But then at the same time, I don't want to have loads and loads of extra information. And with an Oracle deck, me personally, I never read the guidebook. I don't ever use the guidebook with it. I just use it as an additional layer or a bit more information for other readings, for other spreads. So something like that's interesting, is that I can dip in. I feel like I can dip in and choose which part of the card I might be working with there. Yeah, beautiful. So I don't know how long it's been out and how long. As I said, I haven't seen it around. I can't see the date on it. It doesn't come in the booklet. So I don't know if it's a new deck or what's happening, but available on Amazon. So if you're interested, obviously purchase responsibly. Donna says, I love Chakra Love, Avalon Magic and Making Magic. I didn't realise the Avalon one just cropped images of the mist. Oh, are they? I didn't realise that either. Cropped images. Yeah. And Robin's with you. You're not lazy. We all have our different takes on this one. Absolutely fine. They would be good to take outside. Yeah, I can think that would work. And because they are very, very shiny, they've obviously been coated with a lot. They're going to be pretty waterproof, I think. So it's not going to be much that destroys them. Donna says, I prefer uniform backs with an image and keywords on the front. Yeah. Yeah. I like the size of them, I have to be honest. I think it's wonderful. Marita has the Making Magic one. And Donna couldn't decide between the full size or the mini, but was able to get both for a great price in Netherlands. Well, having both. I really love to find a tarot in that long. Yes. I'm surprised they don't make it in that size. I suppose people make. Well, there's more and more decks coming out with tins that are smaller versions. And you can obviously get some very small tarot. But it's quite an interesting format that they put that one in there. Yeah. I have a long, thin Oh, Toad de Marseille, do you? I haven't seen that one there. Not mini enough, right, Gerald? It's not a mini. Okay, it's not a mini. It's just a small one. I really don't read guidebooks for any deck. Well, sometimes if I'm curious about the artwork. Yeah, I think it's nice if you go, where's that come from? Or a little bit, but then I don't really read the guidebooks that go with tarot decks all that much. So yeah, perfect hip size. Yeah, absolutely hip pocket size. Great for your great bag, Robert. I'm thinking of a crane bag. It'll fit in there lovely. And the pipsqueak is fairly thin. Is it? Right. There we go. I haven't seen a walkthrough yet for the pipsqueak. As I said, I've got lots of time coming up. So I will hopefully be catching up on some videos. But I have, as I said, got a lot of reading to do. That's my plan this Christmas, is to make use of the time wisely there. Okay, quick cup of tea, quick sip here. Check on the cats. Both of them are off doing things. This is great. Pipsqueak is so pretty. I'll have to catch it. I haven't actually. I've only got 2-3 decks out for Christmas, which I'm going to be using for long stash on Monday. I don't have many decks for this time of the year, and I quite like that. And I didn't buy the new Christmas one, the Yuletide one, because I just can't get on with the artwork for that one for what I've seen. So things like this would work quite nicely any year out, any time of the year round. So yeah. Okay, right. What's the time? Half an hour in. So we were talking about small decks. Now we're going to go to the other end of it with my main gift to myself. Now, this was a Kickstarter deck, okay? And I'm going to remind you, before we go into it, I'm just going to remind you of why I bought this. So, camera down, here we go. So, as you know, I love the Broken Mirror, particularly this one, the 4th edition, okay? And I'm not going to do a long walkthrough of this one because this isn't the deck that we're talking about. But for those of you who haven't seen this before, the Broken Mirror is based on all sorts of artwork, and it reads for me beautifully, and I absolutely love it. The images here are quite complex. They've got very fine line work, almost like stained glass, or as the idea would be. Sorry, I'm just swapping hands just to take that down. The colors in it are beautiful. It's a lovely holographic sheen to it. Very lovely produced. And I've always really loved this deck. In fact, I bought the 5th editions, which I don't use as much as this one. I absolutely love my 4th edition. So as you know, I'm always banging on about the Broken Mirror and the way that the designs are just different. It's RWS, but with a very different twist. And I get a lot out of the artwork, and I get a lot out of the extra bits like the boats here in the towns and everything like that. That Wheel of Fortune. And with me, the more you spend looking at this deck, the more images, the faces particularly, you get out of it. So I'm just going a quick flip through of the Broken Mirror. I've always said the problem is sometimes with the titles. The titling of these decks aren't brilliant. But if you know what you're talking about, I just love that things like the lunar eclipse follows the suit through. So this is produced by Vermilion, and like I said, I've used this. I've been banging on and on and on and on about the Broken Mirror for many, many years. This is the 4th edition. They brought out the 5th edition as 3 styles of tarot deck. One was Marseille or Pip style. One was another version of this, and there was a kind of mashup of the 2 of them. But for me, this is my favorite one. So it comes as no surprise when Kickstarter had another Broken Mirror deck coming up, I had to get it. And I'm not going to promise and say that it's the last one, but I was a little bit disappointed with version 5. So along comes version 6. And this is what it arrived in. Now, before I show you what it is, don't be unimpressed by this one. because it's just a box. I haven't taken it in there. I realise I am really bad at reading Kickstarters, all the blurb, all the extra bits, what it comes as. Often I'm quite disappointed that it's just a tuck box and I was expecting. I am really bad for not reading it. I get carried away with the artwork, and before you know it, I put my bid in or put my order in, and I often get a nice surprise when sometimes it hits its goal and it has some extra stretch goals and stuff like that. But when it comes to Kickstarters, I don't tend to be religiously following them and tracking them. They happen when they happen. So I kind of forgot that I'd ordered this. And so I was really surprised when the heaviest deck in the world turned up in the post. This is just the protective case. So let's get rid of that. I'm going to show you why this new broken mirror had to come in a protective case. Steady yourselves, people. This is exciting because it comes in this wonderful crystalline box. Look at that. So that was what was inside the protective case. And it comes with this wonderful plastic, acrylic, I should say. Plastic doesn't make it sound right. Acrylic lid that's magnetized. It is huge. It's really heavy. You can see that the cards are in there. They've got this blue edging to it there, but it's also a kind of purple fading of the box there. So, and it's really, I mean, it weighs, it's like a brick. It's that heavy, but it came in this absolutely stunning case. It absolutely blew my socks off when I saw this one. It is a huge deck. Yes, absolutely. I'm just catching up with people about it. I'm just going to put a little star there so I know where we've got to there. I don't use the Marseille there all that much. It's something I've always wanted to do, and I've never actually got round to it. No. Yes, I tend to be you're reading and reading and reading. Yes, absolutely. Oh, Lisa, thank you. Yeah, it's lovely. Thank you, the tree. That's very kind of you. It's stunning, and I saw it when it was lit. But coming back, its speech is now lovely. Oh, thank you so much. So I'm going to get back to this. I'm not going to go through your comments right now. I'm not built here to build the tension, but I'll come back to you all in a minute. So please forgive me for not reading your comments out. Now, I'm going to say that when I saw this deck, I've forgotten, as I said, that I'd ordered it, and I did and because there were two versions of it. One was just a standard tarot deck with the new designs, new colors. But no, I hadn't gone for that one. I went for what's called a lenticular deck. And you'll see what the lenticular deck is. It's called liquid mercury, I think the style of deck is called. So the idea is it's got shifting colors on it. It is a truly heavy deck, and it is also a huge deck that I've got big hands. Okay, let me show you the size of this. I've no way I am ever going to be able to shuffle this deck. That is the size of it. Those are my hands. It is huge. Those are the backs of the cards. Beautiful card stock. Incredibly thick card, and you're going to show you exactly why when I turn it over, because as you can probably see, it has got this design, this lenticular, where the colors, as you move the card around, changes. Oh. So you almost have a bright and a dark version of it. And I was absolutely blown away when I saw this deck. I love it because you have the colors on the bright version, which makes the image perhaps a little bit difficult to see. But then when you switch it over, I'm trying to get the light to do it. Let's see. You can see you pick up much more detail. So this is the fall. This is how the broken mirror often presents the fall, walking off the cliff, almost into the mouth of a whale there. And sometimes the sun becomes the moon. So that's actually how thick the cardstock is. So you can see it's got like 2 or 3 layers because it's got that. I'm sure you know what I mean by lenticular. It's got little ridges in it that catches the colours, a bit like the 3D postcards or things like that. They've been around for years. So I don't want to damage this deck by shuffling it. I can't shuffle it. I certainly can't riffle shuffle it. It's going to be a stunning deck that I'm just going to keep in my collection. I'm probably not going to read with it, but my goodness, it is an absolute beauty. So I'm just going to walk it through so that you can see the different designs. And I'm really hoping that the camera picks up what this design looks like. So you can see some of the cards have like a diagonal or left to right swipe that changes the color palette on there. And the color palettes are pretty much the same. So you have a darker one. This is really difficult to show on the camera. A darker one and a lighter or a more colorful one. See, the palette's kind of orangey red and yellow and gray or blue, green and white. So those tend to be the palettes or the colors there. This is your High Priestess. Again, it probably shows up better in some of the angles than the other, but I have never seen a deck like this before. I'm going to show some of the cards and then I'm going to come back to what people are saying. It's going to take it. I'm going to show you every card, so don't worry. This is the Empress. Again, very traditional and yet very different take on the Empress card, because as with the Broken Mirror, the Emperor and the Empress almost sit back to back of one another, almost like they either had a row or are ruling equally. She's ruling over nature and the countryside, and he's ruling over the city there. If there's any card you'd like me to show a bit more detail, do. Again, this is a bit of a traditional Hierophant card for the style for the Broken Mirror that appears in another deck. It's almost like St. Nicholas there. But there's this really what's the word? Not overbearing, towering over the church. This feels like somebody who is super in charge, protective of the church, of the traditions there. And that really shows the card off beautifully. Oh, this Lovers card. Again, a lovely design. I love this Lovers. But the colours in it, the way it goes between them. Just trying to work out the best way of showing this one. I'm hoping you can see it okay. I'm just going to stop and just catch up with some people here actually before I continue. And then I'll come back to it. It's a very cool art style. Yeah, Broken Mirror reminds me of the Phantom Tarot, both a Night Sky deck. Yeah, I think I must just get Soul Cat so that I have some kind of Adam's artwork. Two Broken Mirror deck, 14 years padlock right there. Yeah, no tuck box rage here whatsoever. Just the lid to take off, Ren. That's all you can do. I wish you'd do a dog deck. I would chill out if you did a bird deck. It is. Oh wow, you missed the 6th edition. Oh, there is. I have never seen a deck like this, and it is incredible. It reminds me very much of being and back in the 70s. There were a lot of these kind of lenticular pictures and 3D pictures, and they all seem to come back in style, and it just reminds me of that. It's just gorgeous. I'm just being super careful because what I don't want is for the cards to scratch, which could happen, and I think if it scratches, it's going to be noticeable. I love the Strength card. It's like Atlas holding up. And the Major Arcana particularly are stunning. I love the Hermit. In fact, I think there's 2 Hermit cards. There's an extra one coming up in a minute. Really pretty. Oh, that one swipes up and down, that one. Justice. So we have a dragon, and I like the fact it's like an ice dragon. trying to get it in the right light so you can see it. Or it's a kind of dark, fiery dragon, and the background changes at the bottom of the card depending on what the stunning. I've never seen anything like it. It was about $80 if you wanted to know, so it probably will be available. It did say it was a limited edition. There's 1,000 being produced, but I don't know if there'll be another reprint of those ones there. So that's the Hanged Man. What I like is the fact that it could be lots of colours, but there seems to be a bit of a theme of dark and light, or red and blue going on with these ones. That Death card as well really shows this doorway, this skeleton opening up the doorway to, I don't know if you can make it out. In that case, there's like a beautiful landscape through the doors and like countryside and sky, which changes to looks like fire and damnation that way now. So I suppose it'd be really difficult to read it as a reversal because it just depends what the light source is up to here. What's this one? Temperance. Yeah. It's like Snow White's tomb, the box. It certainly is. It is an enormous deck. Yeah, I'm not. Hello, Simon. Good to see you here. Yeah, it's not going to be one that I'm going to be using on a very regular basis. It's going to be one of those treats when I want to perhaps pull a card for myself. Why is it so thick? It's because it has got like a double layer on it. So there's the Devil card. That's a brand new design for the Broken Mirror, this Devil card. So you can see there's lots of other images. You've got this person as snake. So it draws on a lot of different myths. And then it's almost like the White Walker from Game of Thrones there. The Tower card, again, this is a traditional one. That's got a wipe to the corners on the diagonal there. And it's like an octopus kraken pulling down the tower there, as well as lightning going on. So much fun showing these ones off. And the star. And the title, as you can see, is much clearer. And the details become, depends on what angle you're looking at it, and which colour cutaway you're using. I think the pictures, the designs stand out a bit more there. You used to call lenticular cards winkies. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. The moon. I love the way the moon is represented here. The sun is joyous, even with the red and the blue. And I love how she feels like she's got kind of European, traditional European folklore kind of outfit on there, and she's dancing in there. I like the fact that it moves away from a lot of the RWS stuff that I might not be drawn to, so babies and horses, but it replaces it with artwork that is equally as joyous there. Judgment. I think the camera picks up some colours better than others here. And then the world. The world, again, this is very similar to the 4th edition. You have the 4 elements in the corners here. So sea, earth, air, so water, earth, land, and different lands there as well. Beautifully done. Now we have an extra card. So if you didn't like that tower card, you can have this one, which is on a similar theme, but perhaps not so frightening, quite so destructive, which I quite like that. Slightly tamer one. And this is another hermit card if we didn't like that. I don't know why they put an extra hermit card in, but that's just a mountain top with a stream or a lava flow, if you want to think about it, depending on which way it goes. And it almost feels like there's somebody reaching up there to the sun there. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And then there was 2 more additional cards. This is just, I suppose, a card for a signifier, and it's just a person there with their dog. Let's see if we can get it. And again, that appears, I think, as the Fool in one of the other cards. So actually, it might be that we could use it as a Fool. We haven't got a. And then you have the Sea of Clouds, which is just, again, an additional card in there, so you don't have to use that one. So I'm just going to catch up with people in chat. That is huge, yes. It's a beauty, absolutely, Simon. Yeah, it's the lenticularness that's happening there. Robin says, I had a lenticular 3D made Zoom deck, but ditched it. The photographic figures that like Matt and Two saw. They can, I can, yeah, some of the, if it's photographed, it can look a little strange there. It's really different for a tarot deck. Beautiful, beautiful. Absolutely. Very distracting. Yeah, I don't know how I would go about reading with it. It's the Broken Mirror Mercury edition. I don't know if you saw the box, Simon. It comes in this beautiful beautiful crystal plastic box. But that's even heavy in itself there. Yeah, Broken Mirror. I have, this is the 6th edition. So the 4th edition was the one that I use all the time. I'm the wrong way, that one, the one I'm always pulling out. Then the 5th edition came along, I think it was last year or the year before, with 3 versions. I haven't got them all here because there's 3 boxes. Some of them are Marseille, some of them are RWS, some of them are a mashup of all of them. And then this is the, I didn't show you the guidebook there, sorry. The guidebook isn't brilliant, I have to be honest. It's quite difficult to read and it's not very well laid out, so I don't tend to bother that much with the guidebook there. But I use it obviously to pad out the deck when it's in the box there. Yeah, holographic. Yeah, the technology these days are trying to psych us all out. Sensory overload. Yes, yeah. Thank you. It's version 6. I'm a bit behind in the chat there. Divine. The Lover's card always reminds me a bit like they're in a, if I can find it, they're a little bit in like a whirlpool. It feels like they're hanging on to each other and they're kind of being, I wish there's a lot of motion in that one there, kind of reaching out, almost like swimming towards one another. Absolutely love it. Okay, I'm going to continue. I'm just going to read a few more actually of your, no, I haven't looked at it. The sound it made drove her bonkers. It's got that thing where if I'm not going to run my nail over it. Yes, it has got that raised thing. It's not bad. It's not bad. No, I didn't realise there was a version 50. It is beautiful. Yeah. Oh, it's sold out, has it? Oh, yeah. I mean, this says on the box, 1 of 999. So I don't actually know what number that one is. I haven't checked. Robin says, wait for the technology to come and cards laugh and thumb. Well, isn't the new Marchetti deck got talking and things in it when you scan it? I haven't seen it, but I think Lainey was talking about it and she said that it makes noises and does things and stuff. Yeah, it's got a little hint of the trading cards of Harry Potter, the moving ones there. Now, we're going on to the suits. And the suits are a bit more pippish. And the one thing that's a bit upsetting is they haven't numbered them. So you just got to count your wands to know what it is. Or I suppose in many ways you can just kind of throw yourself into the image if you wanted to. So I think the little bit, I don't know, just trying to get it on there so we can see the images there. It breaks away quite a bit from RWS, but there's elements in there. So 3 of Wands. Again, following straight on the back of, or straight off the bat, I should say, of other Broken Mirror designs. The 4. So you can kind of count the wands. It's not too difficult. And one of the things I think that this card and the size of it's done is it's made the pictures a bit bigger, which was always a little bit of a complaint of mine, is that sometimes you couldn't make out quite what's happening. But, you know, that one, you don't have to count to know there's 5 wands. You can see that there's some form of battle or disagreement or issue going on there that's happening. So I quite like the balance, the symmetry of these cards, actually. So you can have evening. sunrise or full daytime if you wanted to. I'm pleased to be able to do this because if I did it as a video, um, I'd just be sitting here in silence and flipping lots of cards. It's quite nice doing this live so you can see what's happening. I've lost track of where we are now, whichever one suit we're in. I wasn't counting. That must be the 9 because this definitely looks like the 10. So, oh, really love it. And then we're on to the court cards. And the court cards kind of have a similar background. So I quite like the fact that they are linked. And as you can see, they have these pennants or flags hanging up and the background's similar. And I think the knights all have a horse in them. I may be wrong with that one, but we have, it just is, you have to know what that character is. That's going to be your page, just get to know it. Knight obviously looks a bit more mature and has got a horse there. And then the queen is there. I'm trying to get the different colours in so you can see. She's represented there. And so she has a kind of little palace behind her on the left side. And the king has got a bit more of a castle-y. And that again echoes the Emperor card, the back-to-backness of it. So you can tell what suit it's going to be. I suppose just got to get used to the layout of what the royal families look like there. So yeah, that is the idea, Donna. Yeah, that they're based on sort of European stained glass. Yeah. Hello, Ange. Good to see you here. Been cooking tea. What have you had to eat? Let us know. Yeah, it's sold. Oh, thanks for letting me know. What a shame. I'm sure it'll become available. They are stunning, absolutely stunning. Right, swords. I think the swords probably follow RWS a bit clearer. I love that moon. I just think the way that the sky and particularly the cloud designs really appealed to me in all of the Broken Mirror. The swords actually tend to have a similar kind of outdoory. There's a lot of mountains that are going on there. But the figures aren't quite so clear. It's almost like they're part of the landscape. So here you have somebody at rest, but it's not quite as obvious. And that one doesn't have any travel or boater that I can see in there. So yeah, just a bit more pimpish. But there's certainly a kind of story and narrative that seems to be happening between each of the characters. 7 of Swords, somebody pleading there. These remind me of stones and sort of natural things, like the stones of Avebury. Oh, Ren likes the pips. Yeah, they're very different and just takes a little bit of getting used to, but you'd have to work with this deck, and I'm just a little bit scared to keep getting it out the box. And I'm not scared, but I just don't want to damage it by being a bit rubbish at lifting decks out and tearing things, particularly dropping things or running over things, walking on cards I've dropped on the floor. So I just want to be super careful of this one. So there's your page. There's your knight. Oh, he doesn't have a horse, but he's certainly in armor there. And I think, yeah, they're in the same background there with that one. These ones particularly look like stained glass, the way there's elements that are made up of each of the shapes of the dresses and the outfits. So the king, again, they've got symbols above them actually. I'll have to look into this one a little bit more just to try and think about the way that they are presented. A cup Looks amazing. I like the fact it's grey with both, whichever way you tip it. But one of them looks silver and one of them looks like pewter. It's fabulous. I'd love to know what people think about, doing a reading with these. How would you use the different colours for different sort of interpretations, or could you use it for path working, shadow? I don't know. You'd have to have a light source, I think, that doesn't move if you wanted to do that. It's almost like meditative, that Four of Cups. It's that sand pouring from the hands there. If you hold it somewhere like the flowers don't look very much that way, and then pop it backwards, and the red really stands out. They are normal tarot size. I should have said that, actually. If you take it box standard, I think. Oh, slightly bigger, but if you want an idea of how thick they are, I don't know if you can see there. It's just an indication. If you want to talk about an emery board or one of those nail files, it's about thickness of one of those, I would say. A thin one, not a big metal one, but indicator there. Or probably about the thickness of your thumbnail. Where are we up to? The 10. So here's our page of cups. As I said, I love the way that you can hold it one way and the image doesn't seem that clear, or bits of it are clearer than others, and then you twist it and you can get it's got a real Disney Hercules vibe to it, that pitch. Definitely like a Greek temple. I love that the cup has also become. Oh, it's a bowl next to the Queen, and she is holding a cup. Okay. Right, Pentacles, last one here. Last one coming up. So the same kind of idea, big ace there. I love this Two of Pentacles. I've loved it from the Broken Mirror Edition 4. This is one of the cards that I absolutely made me fall in love with the whole franchise, if you want to call it that. The fact that this person is levitating these two pentacles, and I don't know if you can see the leaves. See if you can see that there between them. So it's almost like cogs there, and the usual balance symbols. This Three of Pentacles has got somebody flying, an angel with them. It's got a real Greek mythology vibe, hasn't it? And I love this Five of Pentacles. Again, that comes from the 4th edition, I believe, where these people are hiding out in a cave under this house, which has got obviously a lot of wealth going on, and they're having to, let's say, live outside underneath it in the cellars, if you want to think of it like that. Real balance of finances there. I think there's just enough images in the pit decks to make you get a theme, get a sense of what it is. So they are pippish, but if you were new to reading tarot, I think it'd be confusing, but it gives a good sense of the card, the traditional meaning, I mean. Nearly there. So this must be the 10. I've lost track. They are gold on gold, some of these, or gold on green. So yeah, quite difficult to count them, as you can see, that the gold ones there. And you've always got this water wheel going on the 10 there. So then we're down to the last Pentacle suit Royal Court cards. And there's a lovely earthiness with the colours, with the Pentacle ones, as you would expect. And the Queen and the King. And again, just slightly different backgrounds there to suggest there. I like this King of Pentacles, actually. I'm not suggesting he's dull, but he looks the least interesting of all the kings, isn't he? There's the way he's standing. I'm just standing here holding my pentacle. In a regal way. Just love it. So there we go. So that is the Broken Mirror 6th edition, I think they're calling it. It's the Mercury one. So if you do get a copy of it, there's 2 versions. There's the non-lenticular one, which is just printed cardstock. Put myself back up there. Or there's that one, which is lenticular, and it's called the Mercury. I think it's called Liquid Mercury, or the Mercury edition. So Donna's mesmerized like a mad. I was a bit like that. And even Peter picked it up, my husband, looking at it. I was like, this is interesting, having a good look at it. You're very welcome. I thought it would be nice to do it as that, because it's waving a card around. And again, that's how big the deck is, so you can just see it's absolutely massive. And the back, I don't know if I showed the backs. The backs are like that. Lovely backs to them, but incredibly thick. I mean, these cards don't bend. They and nor will they bend. So that's why you can't shuffle them that way. And I'm going to put them carefully down there. Don't scratch the front of them. So there we go. Perhaps not. Yeah, okay. The Pentacle suit is very slow and hard working, aren't they? And very diligent, which makes them perhaps a little less interesting than others. So there you go. Thank you for allowing me to show you those goodness. Right, so that is my Christmas present to myself, and we're into the hour, so that's great. So there's 2 decks. I don't know what else I'm going to get for Christmas. I've got a few ideas, but my family and Peter might buy me whatever. But I feel like I've got something there that I can really, really treasure, and I'm looking forward to it. Very reliable, Donna. Absolutely, yeah. Lovely treats to yourself. Thank you. Hello, Tara Jackpot. Finally got you live. Hello to you. Good to see you here. I hope you are. Lovely to see you here. I'm about to finish, actually, because I've shown the 2 decks. Just a reminder, this will probably be my last live before Christmas. I have broken up, like I said earlier, so I might be popping on occasionally, but I don't plan to put lots of extra lives on, because I want to use the time to do some reading and stuff like that. And catching up and think, because that's what it's about there. But I will be on Gerald's channel with Betsy doing long stash readings on Monday. I can't remember the times for that one. I think it's 7 p.m. UK time, normally about that time. So look out for that. We will be simulcasting onto this channel as well. So like and subscribe if you haven't done so. And then fingers crossed, if I manage to make it to Avebury on the 22nd before sunrise and the weather's good, I will try try my hardest to try and get some footage, and I will record it if I can't. If there's no Wi-Fi signal, and I really don't think there is in Avebury, it is in the middle of nowhere. If I can't, then I'll just do some footage, and I will, as soon as I get home, edit it together and put that up there. But I am planning to be in Avebury for the winter solstice on the morning of the 22nd for sunrise. All being well this year. So, oh, yeah, absolutely. Watch it whenever you like. Watch it on double speed. Absolutely. Oh, love to see it. So, thank you very much for joining me. It's going to be my last one for Christmas. So, I'm going to wish you all a lovely, lovely Christmas, lovely holidays, however you celebrate it, lovely Yuletide time. I hope you get time for yourselves. I hope you get time for peacefulness. I hope you make time to have some fun, but above all, just be wonderful and enjoy the time. And I'm going to wish you all the best. And I'm going to say thank you very much for all your support during the year. I will be back after Christmas, obviously, with some lives back to normal time slots and things like that. But thank you. And I'm just going to end up by saying I'm going to wish you a very lovely 2023, what's left of it, and see you very, very soon. Happy solstice to everyone. Bye.